as unconscious, just like dead bodies. There is no difference between dead body and their body while they are in unconscious state. And during this period, they experience bliss because the burdens of physical body is not there. The hindrances, obstructions, troubles and problems they are facing because of the body. Hunger, thirst, pain, ache, suffering. So when the mind is in that unconscious state, the mind is free from the physical burden. That is the meaning of unconscious from the Buddhist point of view.
Thank you. It's 9:45. Or one final question.
Reverend, I have this question. From what I understand of most religion, the emphasis is on faith, on belief, and because of that faith, the followers are actually looking for salvation. They are being taught that through faith you can get salvation. Now, from what I heard about the Buddhist teaching so far, the emphasis seems to be that faith is not important. What you believe is not important because it is the universal truth and it is the mind that is important rather than the faith. In other words, what you believe does not change anything in the world. That's what you emphasize. And all this concept that you have talked about, that because we are an ongoing matter, the molecules, the elements, everything is a world, has no beginning, no end. Am I right to believe that if that is the case, in the case of Buddhists, the follower of Buddha, there is actually no need to even think about salvation? There is no such thing as salvation in your belief. Am I right to say that?
It is not necessary to believe or think. By knowing, the more we exist, the more we have to suffer, physically and mentally. Almost every day, complain, pain, troubles, worries, fear, disturbances, while we are living here. So if we don't like to suffer like this, then we must have an aim in our life. What is that aim? To get rid of all these sufferings and problems and troubles that we are facing. Therefore, religion paved the way what to do and what not to do to get rid of this unsatisfactoriness in our life. So the belief has nothing to do with that, only understanding.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, Reverend, before I come to my question, actually, while other religions stress on, deepness of faith for salvation, Buddhists simply say that your actions will give you salvation. If you do good, your salvation is already guaranteed, not your deepness of faith. That's what I understand. Hope I'm right. Before I come to my question, another thing is the long and short of what we have learned today is that if you're clear in your mind, if your understanding is clear, you don't actually need to go into meditation. Am I right? Okay. Thank you. The other thing is...
So you ask, then you answer your question.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. I was waiting for the nod from Reverend Said, so I'm glad I'm right. The other thing is, I have in my own concept come out with a difference between religion and spiritualism. Maybe I'm wrong, but just to simplify my simple mind and make it easy, spiritualism and religion are the same, except that spiritualism is the belief in God, in a supernatural being. But you do it in your own way, spiritualism. Whereas religion, I've discovered, is rather giving a brand name to what you believe in a supernatural power. And therefore, there is a lot of diversiveness. There's a lot of you, me, they. We are different. Whereas if you are spiritual, you have no brand. Therefore, there's only one way. If you believe, you believe. Thank you. Please comment.
I think your spirituality is a different kind of spirituality. We use the word spiriti, means moksha. In Sanskrit, we say moksha. In Pali, we say mokha. In English, we say salvation, liberation, deliverance, freedom. Same meaning. Why every religion use this word, salvation? That means they admit within this lifetime we are suffering. To get rid of this suffering, must follow this religious way of life for our salvation, for our liberation, for our freedom. That is the purpose of life. That is spiritual development.
Thank you. It's now 9:50, so we have come to the end of the Q&A session. So once again, on behalf of everyone, thank you very much, Chief Reverend, for a very beneficial lecture and Q&A session. I'm sure all of us have benefited greatly after hearing Chief Reverend's lecture and responses to the questions fielded. The first leg of Chief Reverend's tour of Sabah has now come to an end.
Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te.
Sadhu, sadhu.